The serene beauty of Pahalgam, a jewel of Kashmir, was shattered on April 22, 2025. Militants struck a convoy carrying Indian tourists, leaving 26 innocent lives extinguished. The idyllic landscape was stained with blood, a grim reminder of the volatile reality that continues to plague the region. India was quick to point fingers at Pakistan, accusing its neighbor of harboring the perpetrators and providing material support for the attack. Pakistan vehemently denied these allegations, dismissing them as baseless and inflammatory. The attack on Pahalgam sent shockwaves through India. Public outrage was palpable, with demands for swift and decisive retribution against those responsible. The government responded with a series of measures aimed at isolating Pakistan diplomatically and economically. Border crossings were sealed, effectively cutting off trade and travel between the two countries. The Indus Waters Treaty, a landmark agreement governing the sharing of river waters, was suspended, raising concerns about potential water scarcity in Pakistan's agricultural heartland. Pakistan, facing international pressure and the threat of Indian military action, responded with its own show of force. On May 3, 2025, the Pakistani military test-fired its Abdali ballistic missile, capable of carrying both conventional and nuclear warheads. This display of military might, while intended to deter Indian aggression, only served to further escalate tensions. The specter of a nuclear confrontation, however remote, loomed large over the subcontinent. The diplomatic fallout from the Pahalgam attack was swift and severe. Both countries expelled diplomats, further eroding the already fragile channels of communication. Visa issuances were halted, severing people-to-people ties that had long served as a bridge between the two nations. The airspace over both India and Pakistan became restricted zones for each other's airlines, disrupting travel and commerce. The diplomatic impasse, coupled with the military posturing, created a dangerous stalemate, leaving the region teetering on the brink. The recent escalation in India-Pakistan tensions, while deeply concerning, is tragically not without precedent. The two nations, bound together by history and geography, have been locked in a cycle of conflict and mistrust since their independence in 1947. The partition, which cleaved British India into two sovereign states, was a bloody affair, leaving millions displaced and sowing the seeds of enduring animosity. The disputed region of Kashmir has been the primary flashpoint between India and Pakistan. Both countries claim the region in its entirety, and 3 wars have been fought over its control. The line of control, a de facto border that divides Kashmir, has been witness to countless skirmishes and ceasefire violations. The presence of armed groups, some with alleged links to Pakistan, further complicates the situation. The Uri attack in 2016, which targeted an Indian army base, and the Pulwama attack in 2019, which killed 40 Indian paramilitary personnel, are stark reminders of the volatile security situation in the region. These attacks, both attributed to Pakistan-based militant groups, led to retaliatory strikes by India, pushing the two countries to the brink of war. The 2008 Mumbai attacks, in which 10 Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorists carried out a series of coordinated shootings and bombings, killing 166 people, marked a turning point in India-Pakistan relations. The attacks, planned and executed from Pakistani soil, exposed the deep-rooted infrastructure of terrorism that India had long accused Pakistan of harboring. The Mumbai attacks led to a global outcry and intense diplomatic pressure on Pakistan to crack down on terrorist groups operating within its borders. In the aftermath of the Pahalgam attack, both India and Pakistan find themselves at a critical juncture. The military build-up, the heated rhetoric, and the breakdown of diplomatic channels have created a dangerous environment ripe for miscalculation. The risk of an unintended escalation, potentially spiraling into a wider conflict, cannot be overstated. India, with its growing economic and military might, is under immense domestic pressure to respond forcefully to what it perceives as Pakistani aggression. The government's decision to grant the military full operational freedom suggests a willingness to consider all options, including military strikes against alleged terrorist camps within Pakistan-controlled territory. Pakistan, for its part, has vowed to retaliate with full force against any Indian military adventurism. The test firing of the Abdali missile, while presented as a defensive measure, is widely seen as a signal of Pakistan's resolve and its willingness to escalate the conflict if necessary. Despite the heightened tensions, diplomacy remains the only viable path to de-escalation. International actors, particularly the United States, China, and Russia, have a crucial role to play in urging restraint and facilitating dialogue. The United Nations Security Council, often criticized for its inaction on Kashmir, must step up and engage constructively to prevent a catastrophic conflict. The path to lasting peace in South Asia is fraught with challenges, but it is not insurmountable. A paradigm shift is needed, one that prioritizes dialogue, diplomacy, and mutual respect over confrontation and mistrust. The resumption of back-channel communication, which has proven effective in the past, could be a crucial first step towards de-escalating tensions. Addressing the root causes of the conflict, including the Kashmir dispute, is essential for achieving lasting peace. A sustained and structured dialogue involving all stakeholders, including representatives from Kashmir, is necessary to find a mutually acceptable solution. The international community can play a constructive role in facilitating such a dialogue. People-to-people contacts, often described as the bedrock of India-Pakistan relations, need to be revived. Cultural exchanges, sporting events, and academic collaborations can help bridge the divide and foster understanding between the two nations. The visa regime needs to be relaxed to facilitate travel for ordinary citizens. The threat of terrorism, a shared concern for both India and Pakistan, requires a coordinated and collaborative approach. Intelligence sharing, joint operations against terrorist networks, and a crackdown on terror financing are essential for addressing this common threat. Regional cooperation on counter-terrorism, perhaps under the umbrella of the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, could pave the way for greater trust and cooperation.